the most logical scenario that you would project for 2012, if we've managed to hold things together during our departure, as we all hope and pray, would be for some kind of an ongoing relationship with whatever kinds of help the Iraqis at that time think they need. Now, you could imagine Muqtada al-Sadr being Prime Minister of Iraq in 2012, or some other anti-American politician who just wants us gone. And we have left countries before when we've been asked to leave, like the Philippines, like more recently Saudi Arabia. We don't have to have permanent relationships just because we were in a place at a given moment, assuming a long-term ongoing partnership. So we might just be asked to leave, and there's a chance we'd go down to 0 in 2012, or just have some embassy guards at our U.S. mission. But I think the more likely possibility is that Iraq will still be challenged and that it will still be willing to and in need of asking for some American help, because they will care more about stability than the pride of saying they have gotten all the Americans off their soil. And by that point, we'll be down to 30,000, 40,000, 20,000 troops anyway, so I believe the Iraqis will be able to argue that they have really ended the American occupation or the American combat role in their country, but they're willing to have an ongoing partnership like we have with certain other countries around the world. One wild card in the whole thing is to what extent the Iraqis really have made peace with each other by 2012. And if there is still some big tension, let's say between Sunni and Shia, or between the Arabs and the Kurds, we could imagine having a couple of brigades of American forces along those key fault lines where those groups come into contact. And also just as a general form of reassurance, so the Iraqis know there's enough American military capability on their soil that if we were challenged, we could fight back and repress any kind of insurrection or attack by one group against another. And that could introduce the possibility of 3 to 5 combat brigades, in contrast to the 15 that we have today, but still a substantial number, even after 2011. We all hope that won't be needed, but it's possible, and nothing about the Status of Forces Agreement would preclude it, because we can always negotiate another one, if that's what the Iraqis themselves want at that time.